This is Rob Tebbutt for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. Delighted to be joined, as always, by the source, Lawrence Okolie. We're here in the University of Kent. We're actually in the Lawrence Okolie, I don't know what you would call it, pads, dungeon. What would we call this?
Cell, probably. Yeah.
It's not a bad way to look at it, to be fair. Marvin Hagler used to refer to his camps as jail, so it's not too far off. How you doing, Lawrence?
Yeah, I'm alright. Do you know what I mean? Just going through my time like a champ, you know what I'm saying? Doing what needs to be done.
How long have you got?
I'm not sure if I can say yet, but I've got a rough idea. It'll be a couple months at least.
It must have been a serious crime. How you doing, Lawrence? How was Christmas? Happy New Year?
Yeah, everything was calm. I really enjoyed my time since my last fight. So we're back now. Been working for a few weeks now, so it's just a case of sharpen up. I'm still quite sharp and stuff, but it's just losing the weight, getting really sharp, really fit. Do you know what I mean? So as I said, I've still got a few months or a couple of months and that, so I feel good.
Now, it's obviously a well talked about topic for yourself. World titles in 2020. The WBO title has now been left vacant after the kind of fiasco in the World Boxing Super Series, leaving yourself in line to fight Christoph Glowacki for the vacant WBO title. What can you tell me about that?
Yeah, that's right. So obviously I'm mandatory. Me versus Glowacki is their next fight. So we're just working on when, where, etc. And then, we'll be good to go. You know what I mean? So I've been looking for a world title. I've been, always saying this is what I wanted, but trying to find the route there has always been a dream, but I never knew how it would come. Here's my route to a world title shot, so it's up to me to go in and just win it now.
You've made no secret in your professional career, or even in your amateur career, that you're willing to take on these tests and you're willing to take on whatever's really out there for you. But did you ever expect the world title to come around this fast?
Oh, well, I mean, I need to go back and find, like I used to say in all my interviews early on, like I want to win a world title in 2020 or before 2020. I even said it last year and stuff like that. So I wanted it to come this soon. Did I think it would? Kind of, because I saw the sort of rankings last year. I thought, I'm climbing up the WBA and stuff. So I thought maybe a WBA world title, but it would be more difficult when you're not mandatory, because then, it's up to your promoter and stuff like that. So obviously I'm happy that it's come. It is soon and stuff. I've had 14 fights, but I'm looking forward to it.
Just the one real fight that's gone past British level in your last outing against Ivan Garbu. How do you feel that went? Obviously you were able to get the stoppage in the end, but that was not your first step up, that's your first step past British level.
Yeah, it went all right. Do you know what I'm saying? There's still a lot of stuff that I'm working on. When I watched the fight back, I was happy to get the stoppage, but outside of that, I did win pretty much every round, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. So it was good for the physical, because it had been a while since I've had like a fight where someone was strong enough to kind of compete with me physically, do you know what I'm saying? So that was good to sort of prepare me for this next one, where the guy's gonna, he's gonna be physically tough. I don't know about how strong he will be, we'll see, but he'll be physically tough and he'll be up for it, do you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be interesting. I like to see what it's like, because I can't deny that this is a world level fight, do you know what I mean? The guy's been a world champion, only lost legitimately to Usyk and had the controversial loss to Braidis. Obviously he's a good fighter, do you know what I mean? I've seen him beat a lot of good guys as well, but now watching these fights now, and he's got a lot of grit.
Also, rumours that you potentially will have to travel for the fight. Does that make any difference to you? I mean, obviously you've travelled the world as an amateur. Is it just another fight?
Yeah, 100%. Like, I look forward to just getting the experience up, being in there. To be honest, I don't really feel nerves and stuff before fights and stuff anyway. Like, for any of my fights, I'm very chilled. Like, no matter who's in my corner, I'm fighting against, it's always pretty much the same. Because I just know at the end of the day we're going to have a fight, and what will be is my main thing.
You mentioned who's in your corner. You're obviously now with Shane McGuigan. It's the third professional coach that you've had in a relatively short space of time as a professional. Do you feel settled now? Is this you for the foreseeable? Yeah,
definitely. I mean, we've managed to win a European title and going into a world title fight. So obviously, when I'm able to win that, it solidifies what we're doing, and then we'll push on from there. So I do feel quite settled into the training regime, the camp, like how he is as a person, and I think we're getting a bit of a better understanding of each other the longer that we go. So know what I mean? It's interesting.
What would you say the biggest impacts that Shane's had on you, either as a fighter in the ring or outside the ring as a person? What do you think the biggest thing that has, the biggest beneficial thing to happen to you since you've joined Shane?
Probably, obviously, I'm a lot more composed and stuff, but outside of that, it's just I like that he's a confident person within himself, so he's able to kind of, like, when I say stuff that I want to do, a lot of people, you know, tell me, oh, it's a bit mad or a bit brash or cocky or any of these kind of words to kind of tell me I can't do what I want to do. Do you know what I'm saying? But he's the opposite of that. So when I say I want to be British and Commonwealth champion, you know, back then, before he was even my coach, he's there saying, I believe I could be world champion. I've come with him. I said, I want to go into a European title. Let's do it. You know, smash this guy. Do you know what I mean? And it's not like you're smashing him. It's like generally like, I believe in myself as a coach. I believe in you as a fighter. So we go. So now when this world title fight's come up, there's no like, I'm saying I want to win this and unify, not overlooking it, but he's someone that's confident as well. So he's like, yeah, why not? Do you know what I mean? Why not go for all belts? Do you know what I mean? So like, it kind of boosts my kind of passion as well.
Feel like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong here. Obviously, I come down to the gym, whether it's here or whether we were in Wandsworth, fairly regularly. I feel like every time I'm coming down here now, we're starting to see a little bit more and a little bit more of you. Obviously, I'm not here day to day, but from what Shane and some of the other guys have said, that you not that you were ever in your shell, but you seem to be coming out of your shell each and every time I come down. Do you think that's fair to say?
Yeah, I mean, well, it's hard to tell in interviews and stuff like that, but I'm actually hilarious. They all know now. Do you get where I'm coming from? But initially, you just, obviously I'm getting to grips with everyone. I mean, Chris is my weight as well, so I wasn't sure how that would go. And, you know, you have like big names, you know, at the time, Josh Taylor, etc., you know, Luke Campbell, all world level fighters and stuff like that. So it was kind of, you know, adjusting. Not that I was ever in my show, it's not like I'm scared or anything like that, but, you know, what jokes to make? Are they going to be racist? Is it this? Is it that? We didn't know. So when I read that everything was cool, it was all good.
Yeah, pleased to report that Lawrence and nobody else as part of Boomerang's gym are racist. I was going to say something I shouldn't have then. No. Let's move swiftly past that. Last time I saw you was in Saudi Arabia for Anthony Joshua, your manager. His fight with Aj-Ruiz. Haven't spoken to you certainly on camera since then. What did you make of his performance?
Yeah, I was happy with it. As I said, I didn't want it to be a slugfest or anything like that. I mean, I just wanted him to win, to sing two-time after he won, come back, England, you know, now we've got we've got the World Heavyweight Championships back here. So I feel good in that. Obviously now winning my fight, I think my fight will be before he fights again. So it'll be good to have like heavyweight champion, cruiserweight champion, under the same, you know, 258 banner. And then hopefully, you know, Glowacki, if you're listening, get it done. You know what I mean? And then we'll have heavyweight, cruiserweight, light heavyweight. You know what I'm saying?
You have to pick up like a super middleweight prospect for 258.
I mean, I was going to say Fowler, but he's, what is he like?
You're not supposed to be mentioning Fowler.
Them ones. But that's for 258 though, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we'll just breeze past that. Lawrence has said something that he shouldn't. If I do end up cutting this or editing this, just for safety, Lawrence said something that he shouldn't have said, which will all be revealed sometime soon, live and exclusive to Boxing Social. Back to Anthony Joshua versus Aj-Ruiz. A lot of people, myself included, to be fair, wasn't sure that AJ had that disciplined performance in him over 12 rounds, considering what he came off the back of in such a highly emotional fight in the first fight. Did it surprise you that he was able to stay so disciplined throughout the whole fight?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I thought it would be, you know, because I wasn't sure what his game plan was going to be. So watching him the first few rounds, I was thinking, okay, he's won another one. Okay, is he going to start getting tired? Is he not? Do you know what I mean? I've seen him training. He trains hard, but it's different doing it in training and doing it on fight night. So he was flowing, you know, from round 1 to round 12. So it was good to see. It's definitely shocking because I was thinking, oh no, it's round 9. 3-4 more rounds. Can he? 2 more rounds, 1 more round. Do you know what I mean? You got it done. Do you know what I mean? Yes, I think anytime you've seen, you know, like what happened in June or whatever, you kind of always going to go into that one as a spectator, like, oh, even shots that aren't big or anything, you're just thinking, oh no. So it was good to see his disciplined performance. Do you know what I mean? Won pretty much every round, in my opinion, and you know, got it back.
Obviously, being your manager and somebody that you have a close relationship with, how important is it for you, and how much of an inspiration is it for you to see him? Because a lot of people were writing AJ off going into the rematch, and seeing him handle it with very disciplined in the ring, but also handle it well outside the ring. What kind of an inspiration is that for you?
What part? Just the way he handled it all. Yeah, no, fantastic. You know, I mean, obviously, I was very upset at the time of the New York fight, and the way he kind of composed himself, and that kind of allowed me to keep even my emotions in check. Like, okay, you know what, it's boxing, fine. Do you know what I mean? He's gonna come back, and so on and so forth. And then watching him go out and do it, because the weight of expectation and the pressure was so massive. As much as he held it well, I was nervous. You know what I mean? The people I went with to Saudi Arabia, everyone's nervous. Like, oh, he needs to win this. Do you know what I mean? To keep, the unification dreams alive and all that, and to see him, even with all the expectations and pressure and all that, just, this is what I have to do and get it done. It's just fantastic.
What next for AJ? I know that you're not his manager, he's your manager, but the general feeling is it's going to be either Kubrat Pulev, IBF mandatory, or Alexander Usyk for the WBO mandatory. Which one of those fights would you like to see next?
I'm not really fussed. I think AJ wins both of those. I think maybe Pulev's a better stylistic fight. In terms of like just coming off the back of the Ruiz fight, you want someone that's going to stand up and box with him, and I mean, AJ can do what AJ does, which is get knockouts and stuff like that. So it'll be good. As much as Pulev's a good fighter, I think AJ should stop him. Where with Usyk, it would be like AJ would maybe get him late and stuff, but Usyk with his movement and stuff like that, it would be kind of an awkward fight. So yeah, I'd probably say Pulev first, get the engine going, and then Usyk after.
Okay, well, before I leave you, we just spoke briefly off camera about Wilder Fury 2. First thing I want to talk to you about was you were obviously part of the first Wilder Fury, the Fury camp for the first Wilder fight as a sparring partner for Tyson. You're not sparring Tyson for this one. Was there ever any contact? Was there ever a possibility?
Yeah, I mean, it was possible. They obviously reached out. I would love to, even now, I'd love to go out and help, but until I know exactly when I'm fighting, it's just not possible. If I'm fighting 12, 13, do you know what I mean, weeks from now, then I'll quickly shoot out and help him. If it's sooner than that, then I have to kind of be a bit selfish and say, you know what, this is my world title fight. Because it's always good to get out there, but where he's so tall and it's completely different from the guy I'm fighting, I'm not sure. But I'm not sure how many more weeks he's got sparring. I'll find out everything within a week, I think. So it'll be good.
Also, a little bit of talk about AJ potentially going out to help him spar. Do you think that was just fun and games in the media?
Maybe. I'm not sure, do you know what I mean? I feel like...
Could you ever realistically expect to see that happening?
I mean, with them, anything's possible kind of thing. I wouldn't do it, do you get coming from personally, at this stage, but anything's possible with both of them too, do you know what I mean? AJ probably just think, yeah, why not? Why wouldn't? And Fury being, Fury might be like, yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if it happened, but I wouldn't understand it if it did, you know what I'm saying?
You were part of the first camp. In that first camp, Tyson Fury had Ben Davison with him. He doesn't have him going into the second fight. You surprised by that?
No, I mean, Tyson Fury's he's been around a few trainers and stuff like that. Or I don't know actually if he has, to be honest. I'm not sure if that's a true statement, but he's, a travelling kind of guy. He in camp he was switching it up every day. Do you know what I mean? He'll come in, be really, energetic one day, then the next day he'll be more solid on his feet and stuff like that. So I think that he might be like that as a person in terms of training. You know what, I need a change of scenery or whatever. So I don't know what happened with them, but I think it'll probably do him good to just kind of keep on mixing it up.
How'd you see the fight going?
It depends really on Fury. I think the fight's there for Fury to win. So I think Fury at his 100% and Wilder at 100%, Fury will win. So it kind of just depends on where they're at physically as well, because Tyson Fury's got just weird natural fitness. Watching him, because he's not like an explosive sprinter or anything, but he's just really can keep going. So I feel like he'll naturally be fit, but if he's fit and sharp and stuff, I think he'll make it an easy fight than the last time. Not that it was easy the last time, but as in I feel like now with a bit more time and stuff, he'll make it a more clear fight. But then if he kind of doesn't come in 100%, or he's maybe tries to stand there and engage a bit too much, I think that falls into Wilder's hands because Wilder's such a naturally strong puncher.
You've been in, one thing you can clear something up for me. You've, as I mentioned, been in the ring with Tyson Fury as a sparring partner. He's talking about this fight going in there and knocking Wilder out in 2 rounds. How hard does he punch from your experience of working with him?
I feel like what it is with him is that his instinct is to box, feint, move. Do you know what I mean? For such a big guy. But I feel like anyone that weighs as much as he weighs, if they sit down and say, I'm going to, like, put it this way, I wouldn't stand there and let him hit me with a 3 punch. Do you get where I'm coming from? And I feel like if he hit anyone with a 3 punch, he'll be able to hurt them because he weighs so much and stuff like that. But I don't think that's his style. However, if he does sit down and work on it, he'll be able to punch like a 6'9", 18, 19, 20 stone guy. So yeah, if he does stand there, I wouldn't. It's not impossible for him to knock out Wilder. I think he hurt him a few times in the last fight anyway. But I personally wouldn't adopt that as a game plan. But Fury's obviously a world champ, like former world champion at that level, so he might have seen something we didn't see. Do you know what I mean? So I mean, I hope he knocks him out, in all honesty, but we'll see.
We get to see Fury versus Joshua this year, hopefully.
That'll be lit. Yeah.
Okay, Lawrence Okolie, always a pleasure catching up with you. Thank you for having me down to Casa del Okolie. Very nice place you've got here. Hopefully you don't have long left on your sentence.
It might be years. Who knows? Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Well, obviously after I win the world title, we'll see if we can upgrade everyone into a better place. I don't know.
Well, we look forward to it. Lawrence Okolie, thanks very much for speaking to Boxing Social. Catch up with you soon.
Thank you. See you later.